There is a way to solve this without using this trick today, but this trick is supposed to help us. Sometimes it is very helpful. Later on, you kind of have to use it. Well, what makes this challenging is the fraction part, right? The fraction part. So how do I deal with like x divided by 4 plus x?
Common.
Well, you could add them together with common denominator. That's not what we're going to do today. What we are going to do is eliminate the fractions. Okay. So if I have like say 1/3, how would I eliminate the fraction? How would I turn this into not a whole number instead of a fraction? Okay, if you multiply by 3, what happens? Those cancel out and it just becomes a 1. So the 3 just goes away. Okay, how could I get rid of the 4 on x over 4? Multiply by 4. And it would just become x. Okay. Well, is it legal just to multiply this term by 4?
No, you have to do.
You have to multiply every term by 4. Well, how do I get rid of a 3 and a 4 though? Well, you have to multiply by 3 and 4.
You multiply by something both of them.
Or just what do 3 and 4 both go into?
12.
12. So the way we're going to fix this is multiplying every term by 12. That term, that term, that term, that term. Okay, it's legal to multiply both sides by the same thing because that keeps them equal. On this first term, 12 and 4 reduce. Okay, it's kind of like 12 over 1, but basically the 12 and the 4 reduce. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So this first term becomes 3x. On the second term, nothing reduces. So it's just 12x. On the third term, 12 divided by 3 is 4. And 1 times, is your nose bleeding?
Go show the camera.
All right. So you guys get that? That's kind of the trick we're using today. After that, it's like a normal problem, like 3x plus 12x is 15x. And then it's normal stuff. Okay. So it's just the first step that's the hard one. Okay, you guys ready to try number 1? Let's do it. Number 1's easier than that one, huh? Yeah, they all are. We're not doing a ton of problems today because these are a little more challenging. Okay, let's go ahead and write the problem down. X over 3 minus x over, oh, it is 3 and 4 again. Okay, so the question is, what do 3 and 4 both go into? 12. So yeah, it's kind of a repeat of what I just did. So I'm going to multiply everything by 12. Don't forget, even the right side gets a times 12, even though there's no fraction over there. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. So that'll become 4 times x. Minus 12 divided by 4 is 3. So that'll become a 3 times x. And 1 times 12 is 12. Alright, so 4x minus 3x is x. And as always, you could plug it back in. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. Alright, should I jump back to blue? 2x over 9 plus 1 there. Don't be too stingy with your space on your work. Some people are trying to do everything in one line. Don't do that. If you want a neat answer sheet, you're gonna have to do it separately. Cause I need one page with work that's kind of messy. All right. So, you guys remember what we asked first? What can 9 and 3 go into? Now you could use 9 times 3, 27, but the numbers will be larger than necessary. So 9 is the best one to use. Okay, so on this first one, 9 divided by 9 is 1. And 1 times 2x is just 2x. So the 9's just cancel out. Then on this one, 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. And 5 times 9 is 45. Yep, now we're down to a basic. 2x is 42. By the way, this is supposed to make it easier, but do you guys know how we could have solved this without all this stuff? Okay, we could have just subtracted 1/3 and divided by 2/9. That would have worked also. There are problems where you have to do this, but that's kind of Algebra 2 level. Number 5. Alright. Y over 2 minus 2 over 7. Alright. So what do I need to multiply by?
14.
Right. 2 and 7 go into 2 times 7, which is 14. 14 is divisible by 2 and divisible by 7. That's kind of the key. 14. So you actually could multiply first and then divide. It's just easier to divide first. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So that'll be a 7y. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 2 times 2y is 4y. 2 times 2y. 4y. And 14 divided by 7 is 2. 25 times 2, 50. That's going to be a fraction. All right, now what can I do? Right, since those are like terms, they can go together. 7y minus 4y is 3y. Does 50 divide by 3? No. So what am I going to put? 50 thirds.
Mr. Jordan, can you go back to number 3? So I called y x equals 1.
You don't get y.
Unfortunately, I moved all my work.
Wait, wait, how did you get number 3? Oh, I didn't multiply the answer by 9, that's why I didn't do
Yeah,
it.
a lot of times people forget to multiply the right side.
Okay.
I still would say corporation, say quick math.
How did I do?
15 minutes in, you're ready to call it. Okay, number 7.
We're
B over 3 minus AB over 7.
said,
Uh, 68 over 20. Alright, what do 3, 7, and 21 all go into?
21.
21, because 3 times 7 is 21. So we're going to multiply by 21, kind of. Because actually before we multiply, we can divide. 21 divided by 3, 7. So that would be 7b. 21 divided by 7 is 3. 3 times 8b, 24b. And 21 divided by 21 just cancels out. It's kind of like the last one. We have b's that we can put together. 7b minus 24b. Find your calculator for that one is negative 17b. Does 17 go into 68?
No.
Actually it does. Don't really expect you guys to know your 17s, but it goes in 4 times. So this will be negative 4. So most of your calculators, if it's a Casio and it's like the standard setting, when you plug this, like if you plug in 50 divided by 3 on your calculator, it will tell you 50/3. Of course, if you plug this one, it would just tell you negative 4. So if you have a Casio on standard, it would automatically give you the fraction. Of course, you can change it to a decimal, but not necessary. What?
Where does the 17 come from?
7b minus 24b. Number 9. 3y over 5 plus 12. Alright. This one's kind of easy because what did all the denominators go into? 5. Because there's only one denominator. So we're going to multiply by 5 times 5 times 5. So we have 5y equals, cancel out, 3y plus 60. Forgot I need to take your feet down. Okay, what do we do when we have variables on both sides of the equation? Subtract 3y. So since they're not on the same side, we can't just add them together. We need to eliminate them from one side. So minus 3y will do that. Eliminate the y's on the right. Alright. Number 11, 2b minus 8 equals 0.4b. Okay, what's different about this problem?
No fraction.
No fraction. Okay, now, you don't really need a trick to solve this decimal problem. What would we do normally?
Add 80.
Well, since there's b's on both sides, I would probably subtract 2b over here to get all my b's on one side and then divide whatever was left. But, okay, we're going to do it the way the book wants to though. How can I eliminate a decimal place? You guys might know this trick. How can I change 0.4 into just 4?
Multiply by 10.
Multiply by 10 moves the decimal one place. But if you multiply one thing by 10, you have to multiply everything by 10. So instead of 2b, we have 20b. Instead of 8, we have 80. If I was doing this problem, I probably wouldn't actually do it, but that's okay. That just eliminates the decimal. That makes it less confusing, I think. But now what's our step to solve, though? Yeah, kind of the same thing we said. Up here we said we could just minus 2b. And now we're subtracting 20b to get all our b's to one side. How many times does 16 go into 80? Negative divided by negative is a positive. All right, on 13, some of these terms have 2 decimal places. So what would we have to multiply by? 100. Now, basically multiplying by 100 just moves all the decimal places 2 times. So, if I move this decimal place twice, it goes from 1.4 to 140. This goes from 0.09 to 9. If the decimal's at the end, it's just a whole number. 9y. And this goes from 1.49 to 149. $140y plus 9y and 149y. So what's y going to equal on this one?
It's just gonna be y.
No. 149 times what equals 149? 1. Or if you divide by 149, it's 1. Y is 1. This one has 3 decimal places. Okay, so to eliminate 3 decimal places, we're going to have to move the decimal 3 times on all of them. This last one kind of ruined it. What number do you multiply by to move the decimal 3 times? 1,000. Basically once for each 0. So if we move this 3 times, 0.3 becomes 300. X. 0.89. 890. And this one goes from 5 to 5,000. I probably shouldn't put a comma there. Alright. Do we have to eliminate the decimal to solve these? Not really. You could have just subtracted and divided right from the get-go. What is that? I might do it the old-fashioned What a mess. Alright, because this was a decimal problem though, the book's gonna put the answer in decimal form. I don't wanna try to do that in my head. 14.77. All right, the last three are a little bit interesting. 21, they're all kind of similar. Maybe you guys can guess what's going to happen. We'll see. A minus 3 over 2. Plus A over 6. 8. All right. What's the common denominator? What do all the denominators go into? 2, 4, and 8 all go into 8. All right. Here's what's going to happen. If I multiply this by 8, it'd kind of be like distributive. But I'm not actually going to multiply first. I'm going to divide first. So all of these are going to get a times 8. Okay. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 4 is getting multiplied to this entire term. So it's going to be like distributive property. 4a minus 12. Okay, here's a problem right here. There's a minus in front of this term. So it's going to be distributed. Let me divide first. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So basically, I'm distributing a minus 2 on both of these. So this minus goes in front of that 2. So it's negative 2 times A and negative 2 times 3. They're both minus. Gotta subtract both of those terms. Tough ones, huh? And then on this one, 8 divided by 8, this cancels out. It's just an A. And on this one, 6 times 8 is 40. All right, look at this big old mess. How can I clean this up over here? Combine like terms. Let's go back to blue. 4a minus 2a is 2a plus 1a is 3a. Negative 12 minus 6 is 18. And now we've got something that's normal looking. What is that? 66 divided by 3. Uh, 20 and 22 are fractions. So let me help you guys. I'll do the first step on 20. 21 is actually the hardest of those three. 4 1 minus 4 over 8. 26 over 2 equals 4/4. Well, I noticed this middle term, that could actually just reduce 26 divided by 2, but we don't have to. We're going to eliminate the fractions either way. So what do 8, 2, and 4 all go into?
8.
8. So I'm going to multiply by 8. I'm going to put it up here in front. So times 8, times 8, times 8. On this first term, the 8's cancel out. So it's just 4y minus 4. And this one, the 8 and the 2 become a 4. 4 times 26 is 104. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 1. Alright, what should I do on this?
Simplify the right side.
Right, the left side, yeah. Negative 4 plus 104 is, whoops, 100. Now it's normal. Okay, negative 98 doesn't divide by 4 well, but it does reduce. If you divide both of these by 2, you get negative 49 over 2. It's like negative 24 and a half. Oops, I didn't mean to do that whole one. Oopsie. All right, well, that just leaves you guys with 22. Yep.
Now, read it,
Yep.